What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is LaBelle, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, I feel so proud. I'm very happy to announce another tutorial where we're going to showcase the roulette. And I like using the word showcase because we're going to give you examples and breakdowns you may have never seen before. And it's all about demonstrating versatility. There's never just one or two or even three ways to do a lot of these skills. So if you enjoy it, drop a like. It shares it around the community. It tells YouTube, promote this video, hook it up. And in the comments, what do you need next? What skill move? What combination? Defense, offense, intangibles, razzle, dazzle, everything that's in between. You got to let me know. And if you have questions, I will answer them. Trust in that. That's what it's there for. If you need more of that personalized goodness, I encourage you to check out the Fifa school. Completely up to you, but we have a podcast, myself and George, who can't stop getting 30-0s. We've got exclusive tactics, just our mindset in terms of playing games and how we're having that application into the FIFA world. Let's talk about the 5 ways to showcase the roulette. We have the reach. We have the end line setup, which is common with many skill moves. The first time roulette, the secondary skill setup. I might even call this the bait. And then also the shield combo play. And in order to execute a roulette, it's relatively simple. This skill move's been common for many years. You need at least a 3-star skiller to get that motion, that extra kicker. And you're really looking at taking advantage of the right analog stick. This skill move in particular is very intuitive. You're looking at a 360, which makes sense. When you think roulette, you're going to be spinning. Whether you're going left or you're going right, it's just a matter of clockwise versus counterclockwise. Are we on the same page? We're going to get started with the reach. And this is the most common circumstance or situation you're going to find yourself in throughout weekend league gameplay. We've got a breakdown. It's where you're able to feed your attacking player and you can tell that the defender is going to go for a challenge. And when you know a defender is going for a challenge, there's always a chance or an opportunity for a skill move. And in this case, we're going to utilize the roulette. As you can see, defender, manual, and we have something that is going to be your best friend. It is not Air Bud. I'm sorry to break it to you, but we have space and a lot of it. So we're going to hit that roulette. The defender is already wrong-footed. You can see how he's turning. He is turned this way. So if we roulette the opposite direction, we're going to get an extra kicker. We're going to get a boost of pace, and it's going to be something that's going to take us into an advantageous position. There it is, roulette. Little knock on afterwards, and a gorgeous finish. We did not have to go for the chip life, but I've always supported air japes, and I know air japes would chip that, so we had to do that as well. Very simple, and in many circumstances, if you see your opposition, grab the defender, you got space to work with, you can incorporate different skill moves. So I'm not saying this has to be the roulette, but of course, if you notice it and you react, and this is in your arsenal, this is instinctive for you, please, by all means, bring back the classic. We're not done. I'm looking at the end line version or variation of a similar setup. This is very common for many skills, and as someone who does appreciate attacking using the inline to my advantage, I like that perspective, that almost first person view. Feels like you're the shooter. Maybe I'm taking this too far, but let me show you how this develops. We've got LaBelle, Lampard, switch the pitch. You're going to see the complete build-up. Semedo, he needs an option. He's going to find an option, and LaBelle is going to feed Mr. Rashford. And here we are. Stop and pop. This is a fake shot. This tutorial is up on my channel. And following a fake shot, it does allow you to go into a lot of different skill moves. You can just assess what's happening defensively. Or you're going to use the roulette here and then use the end line to your advantage. So if you lose the ball in this type of circumstance, one of my favorite areas on the pitch to do skill moves, it's often a foul. It can be a penalty kick. It can draw a corner kick. Even if you lose possession, it's a dangerous area. It's not easy to get out of there for your opposition. There you have the roulette. He reaches, I teach. We add a body feint in because we like to mix it up because we just have a little extra something in our game. And you can't miss from there. Your brother, your mother, your sister, your daughter is going to finish that 1v1 or that tap in. Just touch it home. Love touch. We've started with the basics. Perfect. So now we're going to get a little more complicated. I'm going to talk about the first time roulette, which means that you're already starting this skill move as you're receiving the pass. And you can see that breakdown. We've got a beautiful Berber spin, lay it off to Neymar. And at this point, I'm already doing the skill move mainly because I see that defender is facing the wrong way. So therefore, I'm going to use the roulette to protect the ball and do it in a little more of a fancy way. I like to have this extra oomph or the extra sauce, the condiments that make everything taste a little bit better in my gameplay. I would always appreciate it if my opposition knows that it wasn't lucky, that it was skillful, that we set this up. We put something into motion that looks different, feels different, just has a certain ambiance. It smells a certain type of way. This is our flowers, our roses. We're bringing the whole bouquet. There it is. First time with Neymar. He stops. You slide. And oh, we're not even going to take the shot. Stop it. Stop it, Mike. That is classic Dirty Mike. You should come to the live stream. Twitch.tv/Mike LaBelle. We stream every single day. And we give you goals like this. We're still getting more complicated. When I give you an advanced tutorial, it is just that. It is advanced. We get the layoff here. Firmino is going to analyze the pitch, and then we're going to adjust. We're going to react. So you're going to see a heel-to-heel skill move, and then followed up by the roulette. And I like to use the roulette often as a secondary skill move because it protects the ball. And a lot of people can anticipate the first skill, but they struggle to anticipate the second or the third or the fourth and so forth and so on. Every time you get more complex, things get a little more detailed. It gets more difficult on the defender if you have that in your arsenal. That's a go-to for you, and this is where practice makes perfect. And I want to say before we get into this nice little combination, get into the arena, get into the skill games. Don't play online first. It's important that you master this in offline game modes. Firmino, there's the heel to heel, there's the roulette, and we just power it home. Give you a little extra, and that's how you make a highlight. That's how you get a little more than just the 1v1 or the simplicity. No, if you watch basketball, we're giving you not just one crossover, but a second one and a step back. We give you the intermediate options. We give you the advanced. We give you all the complication. That's just how we get down on this YouTube channel. Turn on notifications. Hit the LaBelle, please, and thank you. And last but not least, I like to call this the secondary skill setup, or even the bait, where you're throwing out an initial skill move in hopes of making a center back or a fullback or even a midfielder make a mistake. You're trying to make something look so good that they have to get involved. They can't sit on the sideline. They need to go for the challenge. They've got to get stuck in. This is where you're hoping to get, in an ideal circumstance, a big time lunge. Anytime a margin of error is created or there is a manual fixation on the defensive end, that means offensively you can take advantage. That's what this is all about, is knowing that the spacing does not allow me to beat him with just one skill move. Neymar. Here we go. Rashford's going to go into the roulette. You can see this spacing right here. That is not dangerous spacing. I know that I can't beat that defender with one skill move, whether it's going to be multiple roulettes or if I'm going to need to go into a body feint or a fake shot. Something else has to happen because I got to close that gap. You see the roulette. Now he's hip to hip, running fake shot, burst by the defender. The cops are outside. Hopefully you can hear the cops on cue, and we're scoring goals. If you want to put yourself at the higher tiers, especially with skill move setup, while winning games throughout foot champs, division rivals versus your friends, you have to understand and master being able to close the gaps between offensive players and defensive players. Do not show mercy. Give this man everything you've got. Multiple body feints, skill move sessions, combination play, chip life certified. All encompassing. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed it, please drop some love on the video. Talk to me in the comments. What would you like to see next? Do you have any feedback for the tutorial in general? I'm trying to make sure that I showcase not only something that applies to the beginner, but also the intermediate and the advanced player. I want to make sure that we have that type of value behind all of our tutorials, all of our tips videos, because it's very important, especially if you're not rushing out the content. You're not going to be the first guy, that we have examples you have not seen before, or at least not broken down before. Not the step-by-step on why this works, how it works, and how you can incorporate it. But my name's been Mike LaBelle, also known as Dirty Mike on the weekends, and I have a lot more content coming out for you ASAP.